Hi everybody, this is Susie, and I'd like to share with you one of the first items in a new group that I'm going to be working on. This group is going to be several items that I'm going to incorporate into it, and I'm naming it a Victorian Christmas, which I have already loaded a sneak peek onto Facebook for those of you who are on my Facebook page. You guys can see that. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you this item that I'm going to be showing is for a Victorian wedding Christmas theme slash. That's what I'm going to be working on. It's going to basically be most of the items will be Victorian, incorporating a Victorian Christmas and incorporating a Victorian wedding. So, and when I say Victorian, I really try to stay in that theme of it. And I really want to share these items with you. Right now I have one that is completed, and I've been extremely busy lately and have been torn away literally from my crafting, so I was unable to finish some projects that were started, which I had just finished this one that I had started a while back. And I do have another one similar to this that I have to make, but I want to show you on this one. I've used this really pretty lace. This was my mother-in-law's, and I have about, what is that, probably 52 yards of it, if you can see that there. It's 52 yards, and this is probably from like the, I would say the 1950s. So I'm going to, without further ado, holding off on this project, I'm going to now show you my Victorian Tussie Mussie. What is a Tussie Mussie? It's kind of like a really pretty French word for something to put flowers into or gifts into. And there's people that use these to give gifts or to hang on the pews at weddings when they're much larger. For example, if you're doing a wedding, you would use something like this, which would be a very large, probably it's about maybe 8 to 12 inches in the height, and it's kind of really big and deep on the top. That is a very extensive project, and those are for the pews of a wedding. This one is for someone to hold, but just to quickly share with you what I have done here, and I'm going to pick up the tripod on this. I have painted the inside of a Tussie Mussie, and I'm so sorry I'm jumping from place to place, but I want to show you how it looks in the very beginning when we start. This one is probably about 5 inches tall. And there's a hole at the bottom because some people do put flowers in these. They put other things in them and have them overlap over the top. They use it as a little gift bag. You can do many things with this. But basically, it's a heavy-weighted chipboard. See, that's how it is. Alrighty. So now getting back to this, the inside is painted with like an off-white color, very pretty, making holes on both sides. For this one, I was not able to use my my crocodile because I wasn't able to get the neck of it, like this piece of it, right through. So I had to use this carpenter's hole punch. It's like one of those professional tools. It actually belongs to my husband, but since he let me borrow it once, he doesn't even know where it is because I still have it. Okay, and so I punched a hole on both sides, pulling through some wires. Now, a lot of us wind up cutting off these wires from our flowers. Try to save them because you never know when you need them. Like in this case, I pulled the wire through, painted the wires white so they're not green. And then I had threaded a Wild Orchid Crafts calla lily and glued that down with the pearl and just coiled the end. Very pretty. Using the silver faux rhinestone and around the top and some cream colored Chinese braid and some more of the faux rhinestone there, and then in cream also using the marabou boa fur, which is so elegant, classy and beautiful, and that's always something that I look to do when I'm doing crafted items, especially trying to make it extra nice if it's going to be of use to someone else for whatever reason they may be using it for, whether a wedding, holiday ornament, or gift giving. And with this one, I had some white, off-white paper on the background, and then decided to cover it with that French lace that I had showed you. That's quite almost like a vintage lace now, because it's from the 1950s. And going all the way around with that, it's all scalloped on the edges, very pretty if you can see that. I don't want to go too close. And at the very bottom of it, there's the Chinese braid, and on top and bottom of the braid is the faux rhinestone, if you can see that. And ladies, remember when I showed you that there was a hole at the bottom of that? I didn't want to leave a hole in case whatever's going in here should not fall through to the bottom. I decided to, instead of just putting one little pearl or a flower in there and closing it up, I hope you can see that, I decided to close that up by putting a pearl inside of the hole and then going around with smaller pearls in the one that's in the center, kind of like the flower centers that I had made on the brooches that I recently did. And then adding the cream marabou boa fur around the bottom. And this beautiful flower here is a Wild Orchid Crafts flower that I altered, and I altered it several times. And while it was saturated with paints and wet, I decided to scrunch it, which I have done in many of my other projects. In fact, a project that I had made for Wild Orchid Crafts a while back, as you can see here, just to quickly share with you, there is another flower that I had made, which you can hear it, that it gets really hard if you do it right. If you do it too fast with too much, your flower will fall apart. So that's one of the techniques that I have done to this flower. I didn't do it too much. I could have made it a little more wrinkly, but that wasn't my goal, to make it look too wrinkly looking. So around here, I have some of these curly roses in white. All of the flowers are from Wild Orchid Crafts, including the shooting pearls, which you can purchase everything from wildorchidcrafts.com. These beautiful roses here, some roses here, calla lilies, and just roses in ivory and in white, gently blending into each other, along with the beautiful pearls that are scattered in different areas around the flower, just giving them a little bit of a highlight, because everything is in the white and pale cream family here. So, and just with little bits of pink in there, just to give it a little bit of color, not too much, just a little bit. This is one very beautiful Victorian piece. Sorry guys, I'm really not myself today. I'm just very tired, but was anxious to make this video because I've been extremely busy, and now I'm back to my my crafts, hopefully full force, and wanted to make sure that I did not forget to share this one item with you before I go ahead and no longer have it in my stash, which this piece is very hard to give up, but it was actually a piece that someone had asked me to make, which is actually part of a wedding basket. So this one is going to be for a little girl to carry, and there will be like some kind of silk roses of some sort that will be falling out of here with greens and everything, and I don't know the whole story, but that's what that is supposed to be. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm really going to try and see if I can make one more like it, because I have another one here that I'm going to be making for a friend, and out of all of these crazies that I got going on, I would really like to have something for myself. And for those of you who would like to make one for yourself, I can just let you know, you really don't need to have the heavy duty cone like I'm using here. You can certainly buy them like on Etsy.com or eBay. Everyone carries them, and you can get them in a large amount all at one shot. But just to quickly share with you a little tiny secret, you can simply make one of these on your own. You can use a square piece of, I don't know if you guys remember, poster board or oak tag. When we were in school, we would make these, you know, posters and things that we would do, like science projects and stuff like that. And so if you get yourself a piece of the poster board, which is really big, or the oak tag, you can get that like in Staples, Office Max. I actually bought mine at my local Walgreens pharmacy because they do have a an aisle for stationery. And you can simply just cut like an 8x8 square or a 10x10 square, and then just fold it into a cone like you'd want to pour popcorn in there or use as a funnel. And you see how I did this? I just put some Scotch tape in there. I'm sure you can see that, hopefully. There's Scotch tape around the outside. It was easier to use than playing with hot glue. And, you know, from this moment on, you can simply put your favorite designer paper over the outside of this. And just keep going, decorating. And as far as the inside goes, if you don't want to use Scotch tape, you could probably use some kind of glue, like an Aleene's glue that's a quick drying. And then you can just paint this, and if you want, you can even use like a napkin on the inside of it that I had seen someone use online. I think that was Doreen from My Bedazzled Treasures. She may have used a napkin inside of hers. I'm not sure. I know I saw somebody do it a while back, but that would be very pretty too. Or you can just use another piece of scrapbook paper that's like a lightweight scrapbook paper, and just keep using some of your Mod Podge and keep pasting it in there, unless you get like unless you decorate it before you make the cone, and then you can certainly do that. But this is really a cheaper way to go, and you can definitely make them more in volume and a lot quicker. And if you have really nice double-sided decorated papers of your own, whether they are graphic 45, or just some papers that are in solid color that you have a lot of and that you may want to get rid of because you're hoarding a lot of it, you can certainly turn those into really lovely cones. You can make them really small and cute for your tree or your table at Christmas time, which I will share my table with you, because I always make some kind of craziness for everybody, whether it's name tags or some kind of Christmas decoration for the person, like my birdhouses that I made last year, my first project for Wild Orchid Crafts. And you can go back to my videos and see that if you like. That's what I would leave. But anyway, getting back to the Victorian Tussie Mussie, this is definitely a very pretty piece. And I thank you so much for watching. There is my telephone. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.